Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the newsandnews.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Tuesday, October 23rd at about 6:30 p.m. To no one but the most ardent Saudi defender's surprise, body parts believed to be of Jamal Khashoggi have reportedly been found in the garden of the home of the Saudi Consul General in Istanbul. Turkey's president said that evidence shows Khashoggi's brutal killing was planned. President Trump's position has kept evolving, and today he referred to the aftermath of the murder as the worst cover-up in the history of cover-ups. At best, a mild condemnation, although he did go on to say whoever is responsible should be in big trouble. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo announced the first measures to punish Saudis, and they weren't much in the way of big trouble. He revoked the visas of Saudi officials involved in Khashoggi's death, saying, quote, "We're making very clear that the United States does not tolerate this ruthless action." He said more penalties would be forthcoming. Even if you agree with President Trump on immigration, even if you're concerned about border security, even if you worry that a porous border allows terrorists and criminals to find their way into the U.S., how can you justify Trump's unsubstantiated claims that they are part of the caravan that's now making its way through Mexico? Today he admitted he had no evidence, but insisted he had good info that Middle Easterners were part of the caravan. It might be a good idea to share that info because the dozens of reporters covering the caravan have no info about that at all. Immigration is a big issue for the Republican base. The caravan is almost certainly a gift to the GOP as we near the midterms because most Americans don't want open borders or to allow a mass caravan in. But Trump distracts from that gift by opening himself to attack with this constant hyperbole. Trump also called himself a nationalist today. He defended that by saying he'd never heard of the words racist association. He gave a reasonable explanation about why he called himself a nationalist, but that's still not much of an excuse for ignoring the label's association with Nazi Germany and with vile white nationalists in this country. National Security Advisor John Bolton met with Vladimir Putin in Moscow today. Despite the tensions over the announced withdrawal by the U.S. from a Cold War-era nuclear missile treaty, they discussed a possible U.S.-Russia summit next month in Paris. Trump will also meet with China's Xi Jinping at the G20 meeting next month in Argentina. Hurricane Willa is rashing resort areas of west central Mexico. It has weakened to a Category 3, but that's still a major hurricane. Its rains could affect a broad part of Mexico before causing problems from Texas to northern Florida, both of which need more precipitation like a hole in the head. Willa's remnants could then connect with a cold front to deliver the season's first nor'easter to the mid-Atlantic and northeast. In our alternate universes segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, whatever you think about Trump's unsupported claims that the caravan of migrants is infiltrated by criminals and Middle Easterners, the media's job is to investigate and report. The problem is that in these days of partisan journalism, and I use journalism lightly, it's all about selling whatever partisan bias each news organization has. Again, I use news lightly. Pushing that narrative often leads to pure nonsense. One anchor actually said this to a reporter who was with the caravan: "I'm so glad you're speaking to the people who are actually there, as opposed to the ones some are suggesting are there." Really, that's a direct quote. We have all those stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you will find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video, and please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I'll see you again tomorrow.